What's up, y'all? Kush here. Alright, the purpose for this video is to share some information with y'all that I learned through studying and research on 5G, radiation, and free radicals. Right now, in order to get to the bottom of whether 5G is dangerous or not, we gotta look at why people say it's not dangerous. Like, we gotta look at why do the cell phone companies, politics, and the government, and thermal guidelines say that it's not dangerous. And then we got to look at why scientists, microbiologists, and doctors say it is dangerous. And take the facts on, look at the facts from both sides. Not any conspiracies. We're gonna stay away from the conspiracies. Only the facts. We're gonna take them from both sides and see, and find out what adds up. Right now, that starts with knowing what ionizing radiation and non-ionizing radiation is, right? All right, so like types of ionizing radiation is like X-rays or gamma rays, right? And this type of radiation separates electrons from atoms, and that causes like cellular damage, tissue damage, and damage to DNA, basically cancer, right? And it doesn't pass thermal guidelines. It's considered a weapon, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't pass the thermal guidelines. Then you have non-ionizing radiation, which is like everywhere. Microwaves, radio waves, that's cell phones, and like infrared. These are non-ionizing radiation, which means they don't separate electrons from atoms, right? And the fact that they don't do that, they pass the thermal guidelines, which makes it legal to sell, right? Now, this is how like the cell phone companies and the government and stuff like this. This is how they defend 5G. They defend it saying that it's non-ionizing because radio waves are non-ionizing and they pass the thermal guidelines. Now, the thermal guidelines were set in place after the invention of the microwave oven, but they haven't been updated since. And even though that like science on radiation has been updated and it says otherwise, they still haven't updated it. And that science is called free radicals. Now, the free radicals, that's the juicy part. Like, we about to get into what the free radicals are. But first, let's look at this highlight from Science Direct. Science Direct says,
there is sufficient evidence of cellular damage caused by non-ionizing radiation well below the thermal guidelines. Applying the ionized model to non-ionizing radiation is inappropriate, as mechanisms of biological interactions differ. Free radicals can and do cause cancer, and non-ionizing radiation can and does increase free radicals.
all right, let's get into this free radical damage. All right? A radical is an atom, a molecule, or ion with unpaired electrons. Now, we know a healthy cell has paired electrons, right? So these radicals have to scavenge through the body looking for electrons to pair with. So they basically rob and damage healthy cells. You know what I mean? It's cancer, and this has been repeatedly documented inside of humans, plants, and animals. You know what I mean? These free radicals damage cells, right? And they emit it from ionizing radiation, which damage cells directly, and from non-ionizing radiation, which damage cells indirectly, but it still damages your cells. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the only reason why they passing it is because it passes thermal guidelines that ain't been updated since the invention of the microwave oven. You know what I mean? So they get away with it. And 26,000 scientists, microbiologists, and doctors petitioned for the launch of 5G. They did a petition on it. Yeah, 26,000 scientists and shit petitioned the launch of 5G, and they did it anyway just because it passes thermal guidelines, right? So they can get away with it legally. But I mean, like, shouldn't we trust our scientists over people with politics and companies that tend to like benefit trillions from 5G? that wanted to, you know what I mean, they gonna benefit. So of course they bias from it. But the scientists is like, yo, like this shit fucked up. Like, and these are the facts on it. These ain't no conspiracies, nothing. Like these are scientists, yo. These are scientists saying that free radicals. Look up free radicals. You know what I mean? They are emitted from non-ionizing. It's a fact. It's a scientific fact that free radicals cause cancer. Period. That's a scientific fact. Nobody's disputing that. Now, it's also a fact that non-ionizing radiation emits more free radicals. They create more free radicals. You know what I mean? So, what are we saying here? What's the argument here? You know what I mean? Like, should we need to trust our scientists? Our scientists are saying, look, man, y'all got it wrong. And, you know, it's about $1, so they're like, fuck you. But I figure I'll share this information with y'all, and everything on here can be researched, looked up. This ain't me shooting from the hip. I study. I cross-reference, you know, anything that I study with facts, and then I fact check that source and, you know, everything else. So I'm not shooting from the hip. You know, anybody that know me, I'm locked down. I study. I was the same way in prison. But, so, I mean, do the research. Like, study. And you'll see, this shit ain't no cap, yo. It's 26,000 scientists. That's like, no, don't put this shit out. It affects human health. And they did it anyway. So for all y'all naysayers that's saying y'all need scientific proof, there it is. Scientists are saying it. You know, non-ionizing radiation causes free radicals, which causes cancer. Period. And this Kush. I mean, for the Misinformed, I'm out. I'll let me.